Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from.
What's the deal, baby? Y'all already know it is that big boss hog. Bounce dog can't poke through the door and talk this box. Before I get about soliloquy, remember tough times don't last. Good people do. Don't off yourself. Call that man that hotline. Remember, you matter. Peep game. 84's on what? Swing. How y'all doing, man? The boy got a fresh tape, but I'm taping up and papered up today. You know what I'm talking about? It's going down, man. Now, I'm cooking. Let's talk boxing real quick, and I got some questions. This is gonna be a Terence Crawford video, so let me say this disclaimer: if you're a butt booty warrior, you sensitive, your feelings get hurt easy, this ain't for you. Don't watch it. If you a butt booty warrior and you sensitive and you getting your feelings, you get upset, don't watch this video. I stand on that. If you a butt booty warrior, don't watch this video. I'ma keep saying that. Now, Terence Crawford. The question I have is, why won't Terence Crawford fight Boots? I want y'all to answer that in the comment section. This is an interactive video, right? I'm asking because I need answers, okay? All right? Now, this is going to be an opinionated video. So what I'm about to say is going to be opinionated, and I'm also going to spew some facts in there. I'm going to basically state what's going to be facts and what's going to be opinion before I say it. All right? Let's get into the meat and potatoes situation. So, when you look at Terence Crawford, he's fought David Avenesian, right? What did David Avenesian do to get a Terence Crawford fight? Terence Crawford has fought Mean Machine, right? Which, I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, Mean Machine was his mandatory. Okay, cool. Terence Crawford has fought, in which Avenesian was mandatory too. But, yet again, Terence Crawford, a fighter of his caliber, why is he fighting those guys, right? He moves up to 54, right? And he looks at the landscape. Now, facts. He wanted to fight Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu winner, right? That's what he wanted to do. But Errol Spence entered into the equation and basically said, I want to fight Sebastian Fundora. And which Sebastian Fundora's handlers, right, his promoter, said, yeah, we like the Errol Spence fight better. It's a bigger fight, more money, bigger name. We want to fight Errol Spence. Terence Crawford don't generate a lot of revenue, right? He's a great fighter, one of the best, but he don't generate a lot of revenue. We want to fight Errol Spence, right? And which so far, that's what it's looking like is going to happen. They're going to fight Errol Spence, right? So now, that's out the way. That's the facts. Out of all that, right, when you realize you couldn't fight Fundora, you go look at my dream off and say, I want to fight him. A dude that got 10, 11 fights, right? Now, I get it. You try to fight him. You wanted to fight him because he was a champion. But will you get 100% credit off of that, right? You let a guy with 10, 11 fights. I understand he got 300 Emmys. But you got a guy that got 10, 11 fights, pro fights, who only been a champion for a couple of months, make the argument to say he beat you. That's all I'm saying. So you're quick to fight these type of guys. But when it comes to Jaron Enis, there's an excuse. And that's how I look at it. That's my opinion. I look at it as an excuse. Right? I always wanted Crawford to fight the best fighters. That's what I always wanted. Ever since he had the dreads, I wanted him to fight the best fighters. I wanted him, when he's at 135, I wanted him to fight Adrian Broner. Now, granted, Adrian Broner didn't fight him, right? But I wanted him to fight Broner. When he was at 40, I wanted him to move up earlier so he could fight Danny Garcia and you know, at 40. I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? But Danny moved up to 47. He moved into 40. There was nobody there at 40, right? He goes to 147. I'm like, all right, cool. Now, if Crawford, if he leaves top rank, right? He may be able to fight, Sean Porter and Kell Brook in his prime and Errol Spence and Keith Thurman and all these guys in their prime. And he chose to stay with Top Rank. And then fight these guys when they on the later half of their careers or when they not 100% committed in boxing. So now he moves up to 54. I'm like, okay, cool. He moves up to 54. Can't get the Fundura fight. Charlo is, not a champion anymore. You still got Exton Lubin over there. You still got Castano, Mendoza. You got all these guys over there that are good fights for Crawford. That way he can earn a name for himself. You know what I mean? At this new weight class. It's a new weight class. So you got to reprove yourself every time you move up. Right? So he's going to this new weight class. It's an opportunity for him to move up and make a name for himself and establish himself in the division. You fight me dream of. You get through Madrimov, right? Now who you gonna fight? They talk about Triple G. A man that's been retiring for 2 years. Like, huh? But you got that little young bull right there at 147 who's willing to move up to 54 to fight you. He just want to fight you. He just want the opportunity. And you're making excuses saying that, hey, this man right here get hit too much. Bomac said, hey, man, he a good fighter, but if Crawford land one of them on him, he make too many mistakes. I don't care. I don't care what you saying about mistakes that the man made. We just want to see the fight. I just want to see you fight that. I just want to see you continuously fight top guys after top guy. I don't want to see you fight one dude and then be like, all right. No. And this going to be an opinionated statement right here. I don't think Terence Crawford is afraid of Boots Ennis. I don't think no fighter is afraid of no fighter. But I definitely think he sees the danger in that fight. He know he really going to have to train for that fight. Because Boots is not going to be a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? He know he really going to have one of them. He going to have to have another training camp that he had for Errol Spence for Boots. I'm telling you, that's what he going to have to do. And he don't want to do that. He know that's not an easy fight. We keep it at 1,000. He know that fight right there is a tough fight. He know that. So he trying to finagle his way because he know that's not an easy fight. He know that. He know that's a tough, hard-nosed fight. He know he going to really have to get in his bag. He really going to have to use that IQ, which he has. Right? But you got a fighter that could do the same thing you do, but he 10 years younger than you. I think Boots is like 26, 27. Maybe younger than that. Maybe 25. I don't know. I don't know. He between 25 and 28. And Terence Crawford is finna be 37 years old. So I think when he looking at that fight, he's like, man, I don't want to fight that little young dude. But that's the fight. That's the fight we want to see. You don't want to fight Lubins. You don't want to fight Charlo. You only want to fight Canelo. Right? In which Canelo, like, man, I mean, he might be able to get, Terence Crawford might be able to get that fight. Canelo do what he want. You know what I'm saying? Canelo may wake up and be like, I'll fight him. Come on, Crawford, let's fight. But Boots is right there, bro. That's a money fight. That's a big fight. That's a fight that can sell. You know what I'm saying? It's a skillful fight. It's good for pure boxing heads and casuals. Because now you bring them into the fold. Boots gonna talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of them fights. I think that fight, Boots versus Crawford, will be a fight of the year candidate. I'm telling you. It's gonna be very tactical, but I think Boots gonna make Crawford fight. I'm telling you, I think if that fight get on, he gonna make Crawford fight. And Crawford gonna make Boots fight. So why not fight that man? You want to put on the best fight for the fans. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been putting on the best fight for the fans in your career. You've been doing what you want to do, fighting who you want to fight your whole career. At least going out of your career, because Crawford's on the tail end of his career, put on fight for the fans. You know what I'm saying? When you look at fighters like Charlo, he fought those fights. He fought entertaining fights. You look at Canelo, Canelo fighting Miguel Cotto, Erislandy Lara, Austin Trout, Floyd Mayweather, you know, Gennady Golovkin 3 times, like the list goes on. He put on fights that fans wanted to see. You get what I mean? Now, granted, he ain't fighting David Benavidez, you know? But, hey, Canelo, majority of the time, has fought the fights that we wanted to see. Errol Spence then fought the fights that we wanted to see. Deontay Wilder fought the fights we wanted to see. The list goes on, man. Because they have the understanding that, hey, not only am I'm fighting for myself, but I'm fighting for the fans too. And if I fight this top guy and I beat him, that's more money for me. If I fight this, also that builds my brand. Man, come on, man. I'm cooking. All I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, man, Terence Crawford and Boots is a mega fight. That's a good-ass fight. God, I'm so sorry for cussing. That's a good fight. And my mindset is, why won't Terence fight Boots Ennis? And I think it's because of the risk. It's high risk, low reward. But at the end of the day, you're going to get rewarded because a lot of people are going to... They basically going to be like, man, look. That boy Crawford, man, he like that, bro. He beat that little young bull. That's what he gonna say. That's what everybody gonna say. Man, Crawford beat that young bull. He like that. He in there with a dude that's 10 years younger than him, and he beat him. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. I rock with that, man. But we got to keep it 1,000, man. We can't be out here playing these little games, bro. But answer that in the comment section. Why do y'all feel like Terence Crawford won't fight Boots Ennis? Do you feel like that's a fight he should fight? Because he's doing the same thing Canelo is doing to him. Canelo looking at Crawford like, what am I gaining from fighting this nigga? Crawford is looking at Boots like, man, what am I gaining from fighting him? It's ludicrous. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.